That is our second semi-final of the day, everybody. It's once again two Koreans, as we had the two Koreans in the first semi-final already. This time, Human versus Orc, and it is Lin versus Sok. We talked about nemesis before. Moon was Lawliot's nemesis for a long time. He took the W here now. So can we get a Lawliot Sok victory with the underdogs being victorious, or will Lin go in to the grand final against Lawliot? We're about to find out. Lin, probably by far the best Orc versus Human on the planet.
Yeah, I think without question. That's always the matchup he has looked way more convincing in than Fly. Although with Lin, as I said earlier, you always have to wonder what shape he's in. Now, I'm not saying sometimes he's looking really bad, but if Lin is in bad shape, he's still pretty good. But if Lin is in good shape, he seems just completely unbeatable. Like we saw in WGL 2019 when he played against Happy, destroyed him. When he played against Infi, destroyed him. Did he play against Night Elves? I don't remember. But anyways, he destroyed everyone, and that is what he does if he's in top shape. Is he in that shape currently? We'll see. It hasn't necessarily been looking like that recently for Lin. He is in rank 6 of the ELO. That is not bad, of course. Sok down at rank 18. He has had a bit of a rough time recently. Historically, it is greatly going in favor of Lin between the two here. 78% win rate for Lin. However, the last 4 encounters was a very fair split. Last 4 times they met, dating back to November of last year, it was a 2-2 split in some best of 3 and best of 5 matches. Before those 4 matches, it was a win streak for Lin of 13 in a row. So that's pretty crazy.
Well, we had pretty much the same statistics in Lawliot versus Moon prior, so we'll see. Maybe statistics don't mean that much in Warcraft. We have a super fast tech with a Farseer. And on the other side, it's an Archmage opening with 2 farms. Northern Isles is our starting map. Always the tiny option of an expansion early, as it is on Echo Isles, but rather not. And now we will see the magnificence of Lin's harass in the early game. Who does it better?
Nobody.
Exactly. That's the only and right answer.
And did go for the very fast tech here without the barracks, so it's a little bit harder to pressure the AM early on. If you can, you would love to prevent level 2 here for as long as you can. Sok starting out with the ring. Not very helpful for being able to snipe out these woofies one after the next. Then, of course, microing them individually. Water Elemental should be denied, and Sok does it well. Both playing this very clean so far. And early game Human versus Orc, we kind of know what to expect, and this is looking no different.
Yeah, true. It's always the question, like, who techs when, how many farms, how many footmen, does he build a tower or not? And yeah, there is... Oh, sweet little trap by the wolves, Lin. Cheeky play. Not succeeding fully to it, but a little bit more chip damage, a little bit more pressure, a little bit more time where Sok can't creep.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, we need a little green camp, the little murlocs. And if Lin steals one of those last hits, that is going to be level 2 denied for even longer. Early game, this map can be really rough for Human, as we see here, where you don't reach level 2 for a really, really long while. But mid-game, it can be pretty good. The MK comes out, and there's 3 fairly reliable yellow camps you can go for, with the Tuskar, the Lab, the Natural. But at the moment, I am definitely not having too much fun. Out of mana, still not level 2, still getting pressured. And Lin hasn't even given up experience of a single wolf just yet. Playing this really well.
As so often on the other side, Sok is going for a rifle build. And that is designed... Oh, there's the first wolf down. That is designed to kill expansions. And we all know that Lin in several matchups is playing rather greedy when it comes to second bases. That is usually the case against Undead. And it should also be the case against Human. But maybe he's adjusting to that build of Sok. TC coming, Shaman coming. No big surprise in the builds yet.
Yeah, if the TC comes out before the AM is level 2, that is absolutely wonderful for Lin. Maybe Sok should have tried to commit for the screen camp a little bit more. Maybe with militia usage, but then again, he's very low lumber. As it is, he's going to need an MK, he's going to need a Sanctum, as the tier 2 is finishing. Oh, and Lin, is he going to get the Flesh Eater? That's going to deny level 2 even longer for the AM. Tried for the last hit, didn't get it. Rifle couldn't get it, AM couldn't get it. And that again is no Brilliance Aura for this Archmage. Farseer with a cloak. Even that could be useful. If the Farseer is harassing, getting Stormbolted surrounded, and so on. But now the TC is out, gonna buy some items. Also a lot of money saved for Lin. He didn't buy a single salve, didn't need it, and the Farseer still has almost full HP. Excellent early game by Lin.
Yeah, and now the TC is out. He's moving back a little. Archmage, can he contest this creep spot now? He has to creep himself usually, as the MK is coming. More rifles as well. Only a little damage on the Farseer, as it should be. TC not going for the natural as per usual. And the Archmage is walking to no man's land. He wanted to go for some last hits, but no chance.
Yeah, good scouting here once again by Lin. At first, Lin wanted to go for the green camp, but he thought he was perhaps going to be getting creepjacked there. Maybe that was a little overly cautious. He didn't have 3 grunts there for a while, so starting with the natural would have been a little bit difficult. What we did see, by the way, is a very early bestiary. Right away with the end snare. If raiders join in here soon, then you're going to have good lockdown against the riflemen. And Lin can afford all this, the grunts, the shaman, and the raiders and everything, because he didn't spend any money early on items. Only when the TC came out too. He's continuing to creep. He's going to get level 2. And the Wand of Mana Stealing, not a bad item.
Yeah, Sok has some catching up to do in pretty much all regards. He's also supply blocked. This will be fixed now. First rifle upgrade instead. So that's the 1-0 coming. TC, as you said, Wand of Mana Stealing against the Mountain King is great. Can be great. The levels on the Farseer look like not too impressive, but that's his role. Create space, buy time for the fast tech for the TC's levels. And everything that delays the human favors the orc, and so he's doing a wonderful, wonderful job with his first hero so far, and now going back to plan A and creeping his natural.
Top doing a good job, securing all the last hits. This is the big one. Gonna use the Stormbolt to get it. Oh, and the Soapy Mask as well for the now level 2 Mountain King. TC clears out the natural. Oh, almost lost the Shaman.
Yo.
Close.
Was all on
Keeps it
purpose.
alive. He's gonna get to level 3 here. Claws plus 9. Not the greatest item. Okay for the Farseer, I suppose. But also importantly, at daytime, the first heal scroll going to land.
This is a super fast first defense upgrade for Sok. I think I've not seen this before. Like 1-0, 2-0, of course, easy and always. But that's new.
Yeah, true. I haven't seen that before either. TC's gonna get level 3 here. This is oftentimes where the Orc wants to take a fight early. Get level 3 TC versus level 2 Mountain King and take the first fight with the heal scroll. Even with less supply, that can lead to a beneficial fight. In the north, there's a peon thinking about erecting an expansion, but the footy is scouting it, preventing it. And Sok, yeah, he had a bit of a tough early game, but he's looking stable now as we're in the mid-game.
Lin doesn't care. He doesn't care one bit. He's going for the expansion nonetheless. Wolves are coming home to clean this as he's more and more aggressive. Still a level 3 Archmage. And Snare's flying to mess with the positioning. As long as there's no level 3 MK. Should be doable. But we have Militia. Stomp level 2 against him. And yeah, this footman can't kill the Great Hall. This is buying so much time for Lin.
Stormbolt flies. This is going to be the first big fight of the game. Militia coming in as well. We have one lightning shield already on the ground. Lots of damage against these Militia. Dispel, however, is going to get rid of the lightning shield so far. Nothing has died. Lin doesn't want to overcommit. He is going to lose one shaman, but he's going to do some good damage in return.
Now the dispels are
peasant.
super fast by Sok. That's of course 2 dispels. That's a lot of mana. How often can he still do that? Is the question. In the meantime, 40% expansion. Scouting at the bottom. Is there some militia movement? Nope, there's not. More shaman, reinforced defenses. Lin checking all the boxes. Weird to see a 9 minutes 30 Farseer. But alright, MK level 3, plus a mana potion, plus the Sobi Mask. Can that save him? Shop is down, no breakers.
Finally level 2 for the Farseer. MK is trying to come into range to Stormbolt and force a kill. speed scroll. And with that, Lin might get away with everything. Looking for some cheeky pickoffs here as well. Re-engaging. Is that the right choice? No, he just is going to back up. Wants to take that single priest out of there and is going to TP out. Wise choice, as the TC was completely out of mana. He did have the wand, but can't rely on that too much. And there was, of course, lots of time for the expansion, which is almost finished now.
Plus a tower. This rifle army needs to do serious damage, otherwise it's going to be hard countered by the TC. And we saw the shop falling, so there's no option for the breakers. That is the hard counter for the TC. 3/3 heroes for Sock. Heal scroll, Invo potion, mana potion, well of mana stealing for him too. Lin, are you ready for this? The tower certainly is. The Expo shouldn't be able to deal with now. How good is the TC Stomps? How good is the clap? Clap on 2-3 units. That wasn't too impressive. Has to use the Stormbolt. Tower is gone, but Expo's up.
Splitting with the rifles against the TC. Only 2 of them get stomped. That was pretty well done. Lightning Shield in the back. Dispel coming in right after. Partially in the back. No wolves at the moment. Chain Lightning rattling through. We see the heal scroll coming out. That was the only one. Cloak of Shadows being used by the TC here. He can use now the one of Mana Steal, but returned right away with the other one of Mana Stealing. No more stomps at the moment. Grunt's also in trouble. 2, maybe even 3 about to die. Another clap comes through. And there's more of those. Mana Potion still in the inventory for the Mountain King. Rifles towards the middle, trying to save themselves around the tree line. Lin is chasing after them with a speed scroll. Might not be able to get them. In the meantime, on the other side, Kodo Beast going down. Raiders super low. And this looking like a great fight for Sock.
My lord, Sock is just pulling through with this push. Sock's magnificent play against Orc was the first Theorycraft episode, and once again he showed why Carson is using him as a prime example in this matchup, especially on this map. The rifle push works despite this very good early game for Lin. Tower gone, Expo at 50%, MK still has mana, and there's a shop. This shop, how great is this shop?
Yeah, wonderful for the clarities. Oh, the one grunt didn't get the memo, but we'll make it back home.
He's just derping a little, but that doesn't do anything. Expo down without mining too much. Gets a return kill here, but oh boy. Lin in trouble on map 1. Clarity cancelled again. Run for the shop. What's available? Invo Potion. Oh my god, he has 2 of them now. But this is a wonderful position for a Stomp. Can he fight back?
Clap against it. Heal scroll still available. Now used by the TC. One of Mana Stealing coming in again. He's got 1 more Stomp at least. Maybe 2, given enough time. Charging forward with a scroll of speed. A few ensnares in there as well. Chain Lightning. Stomp. Good usage of the spells, but again, the Orc army is quickly disappearing, it seems. So many grunts extremely hurt. Mana Potion used on the MK. Now finally, more claps coming through. He's very close to level 4 here, by the way. TC close to 4 as well. 1 kill away. Farseer gets level 3. The level 2 Wolves here in the scrappy situation. Actually pretty good. Forces a couple of dispels right away. 1 Wolf still standing. TC 10 mana away from the Stomp. 37 supply only left for Lin. 38 for Sock. Still very close, but this MK is so strong. Level 4 for the TC. Double level 4 on the human side. Stomp. And gonna try to run on out of there. MK chasing with a Stormbolt. Might be able to get the Kodo Beast. He's got the vision, of course. Is there a second speed scroll to get it out of there? No. Lin has basically no items left.
He also has pretty much no army left. Headhunters here. I'm not too sure if that's the right call against Clap. Clap intensifies, gets the kill immediately. This rifle safe to the left-hand side. Oh, misses the last hit. Okay, here we go. But yeah, he's down to only the heroes, isn't he? A Raider and a Shaman in the north. But Stormbolt after Stormbolt after Stormbolt. The shop again to restock on mana potions. Sock is playing this incredibly smart. And the mana regen on this MK now is surreal with the Sobi and the level 2 Brilliance Aura.
Shaman coming in from the main, gets rid of 1 Water Elemental, a little bit more experience, but Lin is not close to level ups at all. The Wolves doing a decent job, but the Farseer in trouble. The Clap, where is it? Doesn't even need it. The Farseer goes down, and the first game is over. Going to Sock. 1-0 lead for our human player.
Not bad. What a powerful tier 2 push by Sock. I mean, that was pretty much picture perfect, wasn't it? Lin again, early expansion. That is always a point of attack. If you want to punish something, base with reinforced defense is kind of hard. But the expansion, there was even a tower. He didn't care 1 bit about the tower.
Yeah. I think Lin was a little overly concerned in the early mid-game stages. When the TC came out, he could have started creeping with 2 grunts right away, but he was slow. He was worried about the AM harassing him, but the AM was only level 1. I don't think he could have done that much. And he probably could have crept his green camp, the Claws camp, very safely, but he wasted some time, went through the tiny little Murloc camp only. He crept that, but it took longer than it needed to, when he could have also gone for the Claws camp instead. So I think there, Lin lost a bit of speed in the mid game. If he gets a TC up to level 3 faster, or at least into the middle faster, maybe he can pressure the MK better when he was creeping in the middle at the Merchant. But hard decisions to make. Difficult to always have the perfect creep route. Both playing definitely well here. But, you know, the terrifying Lin against Human, where he oftentimes looks unbeatable, hasn't shown up here so far.
Not the case indeed. Thank you, Lowlife137, for the 2-year resub. As it's the Orcs map choice now. And where do we go? If it's an Orc map choice, Remo, exactly Concealed Hill.
Yeah, against Human, especially this map seems to be really good. For the TC creep route, we talked about it before. Very, very nice to have with a safe expansion creep, good experience for the TC, fast level 3. This is normally an Orc cornerstone in the mid game, trying to get TC level 3, get the speed scroll, force a fight when the MK is only level 2. Lin wasn't really able to force a fight. He was pressuring, he was forcing his opponent back. He got 1 rifle only in that whole expedition in the South or Northern Isles, had to TP out after. The expansion had come up, but it hadn't paid off yet. So Sok found a wonderful timing there. Lin now gonna have to react to this style. If Sok is gonna play rifles again, is he gonna do that, or is he gonna go into breakers now?
Depends. I always feel like breakers are better on concealed, as the push timings are a little later on this map. But we'll see. Maybe Sok just feels very confident. We saw amazing splits. Like, how far spread were these rifles while still able to do damage? That was exceptional, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. TC hardly ever got the crazy stomps off with the crazy lightning shield. Sok has been playing the rifle style for a long time. He's feeling comfortable with it. Can also be very beneficial on concealed. With the rifles, you have a much easier time creeping the center camp and especially the fountains. But also has some weaknesses in the late game. What some other orcs do against this rifle push, for example, is not defend the expansion, just let it go, let it buy time, and just creep up the map. Because if you're playing against mass rifles, if you ever get TC level 5, that can be a win condition. But Lin tried to hold on. That didn't work, and he was far behind. From that point onward, Sok with a 1-0 lead could be our second upset today. If Lawleye takes out Moon and Sok takes out Lin.
We've had quite a few reverse sweeps, though. That was Moon and Colorful first were super close. And then Moon takes it in the end. Moon versus Lawlight had Moon in the lead, and then 3 maps in a row. So this must not be a big indicator of where this game is going. But we go onto Concealed Hill. That's our second map. Oh, yeah, is it? People were asking, by the way, who is the number 1 orc in the scene at the moment, according to the Warcraft 3.info ELO ranking. It's Focus, actually. Not Fly, not Lin, but Focus. Focus was eliminated round 1 by Lawlight. Time to catch up for Lin, maybe, with a victory here. He's starting in the upper right and Sok in the bottom left.
Not skipping the barracks, interestingly. I wonder why that is. Like, usually, even if you bring a grunt early on concealed, you can never really stop level 2. What we saw on Northern, where the AM was stuck on level 1 forever, shouldn't be a factor here. You go for the Ogre camp first, you get a good experience there, and then you can go over to the green and very easily get level 2 that way. Usually, the Farseer isn't fast enough to do anything about this. But we'll see what Lin is going to be going for. Also, the thing about having the skip barracks means you don't have the 3 grunts to creep with a TC on tier 2 right away, which can mess with your creep route a little bit, especially on Northern Isles. You oftentimes like to go for the natural creep instantly. But I don't think you want to do it on concealed. Creeping this natural with only 3 grunts in a TC seems a little ambitious. But yeah, we'll see what Lin goes for. The TC and the MK, of course, are the late game carries, so you have to make sure you know exactly how you want to play them. What's the creep route? What's the power spikes? When do you want to be aggressive? When is it time to just purely creep? How can you use them to their full advantage?
Exactly. Sometimes it feels like whenever there's a level 3 Mountain King, it's super hard to stop the human anymore because Clap is just so strong against this. But yeah, need to delay the creeping as much as you can. On concealed, doable, I would think. With a strong push early on. Second burrow even.
That is definitely very unusual. And
Yes.
by the way, we see the lab creep here by Sock. Bit of a risk early on. He's willing to sacrifice a few militia to get a good bit of experience on the AM. If he loses the last hit, it is a complete disaster. Crucial moment early in this game.
Archmage got it. Got all of it. And the scroll as well saves the the Waterman to the left-hand side. So he's losing one worker. And that's it. Maybe two.
Yeah, should be a second one going down, maybe even a third. So that would certainly hurt a little bit. Yeah, that's going to be a third peasant dying here. Also had to go for a tower. So a lot of resources that Sock used here early on to get the big item with the scroll and the level 2.
Yeah. He
His
was
tech
struggling
is
on
gonna
Northern
be-
Isles.
His tech is going to be a lot later here.
But on Northern Lands, he was struggling so long for the level 2, and I think he wanted to just get it immediately for the Brilliant Aura for more water elementals and maybe some counter aggression early on. Aim for the burrows. Tier 2 on the way, shop now, grunts coming, and they're moving across the map to creep the spider crab. Lasted
But he's
opportunity
scouting
for
this.
Lin, gets it.
Can't do anything about it. Dude, Sock's footman scouting, by the way, is always so amazing. Like, in so many different matchups, it always stands out. With this info up here, he can't do too much. He just knows he's safe to creep the green in the south. And that is going to be... It's actually going to be level 2 Farseer. That means the following camps, the Farseer can threaten to steal assets with the chain lightning.
Couldn't threaten the big turtle as the footman was driving the Farseer away. Very well done. Mantle of Intelligence for this Archmage, but you're right. Level 2 it is.
Forces are under attack.
He can't do much against this here as Sock. Next burrow finishes, tier 2 around the corner, and that is half attack again. Despite the second burrow plus barracks tag. It's a very late human tag.
Yeah, that's the trade-off he went for with his lab creep early on. Farseer coming in. Can he steal the asset? This is a big one. The Berserker. And he got it! Level 4 creep, swinging the other way. AM gets the little troll, though. He gets experience from that, getting closer to 3. Wonderful items for the AM, by the way. Scroll the Beast also later for rifles would be amazing. But we don't have a blacksmith, so it seems very much like this is going to be a breaker game.
Yeah, kind of what's to be expected. We see a very early beastery by Lin once again. Right with the lodge. Interesting. Okay, so he's powering up, builds the 2 sanctums then soon. And the more breakers, the better, trying to prevent the TC from reaching the backline. Heroes hurt, Archmage trying to go to the fountain. Haha! Surrounded by Sock in the north! Pretty much no way to fight out of this anymore. This little kobold might help. Nope. Footman safe to the side. That's a big one.
Yeah, this is very good for Sock, even if he had lost a fully right there. This, again, is going to mess with the TC's creeping. TC comes out, he only has 2 grunts to creep with, not 3. That's a big deal. It's going to be much harder now to clear out the natural, which is usually what the Orc wants to do quickly. If he creeps it with a Farseer, it's definitely doable. Level 3 Farseer early is helpful as well, and always valuable against rifles, but as we said, it's not going to be rifles, it's going to be breakers, and against those, the Farseer will fall off heavily.
Yeah, I mean, wolves on paper are kind of good against them, if not for the fact that the breakers can just use them themselves. Control magic is the keyword. So, Archmage level 3, 6 minutes in, pretty fast for this matchup. Farseer is gonna get level 3. Wonder if he's already going chain lightning to them, as he know or should know that the wolves will be useless very soon. Pendant of energy for the TC, amazing.
1 experience away. That's a little feels bad. Oh, and in the main, the AM is saying hello with level 3 and the Scroll of the Beast. The first Burrow has been taken out right away. Scroll Speed was popped to try to deal with this as quickly as possible, but the second Burrow might be falling as well. There's not enough Purge yet to quickly deal with these Water Elementals. AM is going to have another Elemental in a second. If the second Burrow falls, it's going to heavily supply block the Orc. But the Purge comes through, the Elemental is dead, and the Burrow might survive. The AM is not attacking the Burrow.
Yeah, he was running around a little bit. Second Burrow is in. Shaman safe to the north. It's also a Kodo Beast now. Will probably go for a quick snack, but he can't prevent the second Burrow kill. And that means that Lin is supply stuck for a long time. He wanted to expand. Forget about that. Footman safe to the left-hand side, putting pressure onto that position immediately. The Frog is trying to help his friend, the Peon, but not working. Magnificent game by Sock. Of course, Scroll the Beast and level 3 Archmage is an invite to an Orc base. But Lin let him do that.
Yeah, and as slow of a tech and weird of an early game this was for Sock, the big benefit of going for the lab is it's pretty reliable to get AM3. And AM level 3 pushing the Orc base with Water Elementals. We don't see it that much anymore nowadays compared to in the past. Oh, but the AM Sock wasn't paying attention there. He's gonna have to TP out of this. Take some more time. Oh wait, can he actually walk out?
He wants the Shaman and then go out. Oh no! Speed Scroll invested to get that kill in the meantime. Easy Dispel on the Wolves, so he can heal himself up now. Archmage, is he trapped? No. Ah yeah, it's not Chimiko playing, sorry. Got too confused here.
He's even got an opening into the base, so playing it safe. Partially looking what he can do. But not that much he can do now, is there? D-Spool is going to be finished in a second. And then it's probably going to go swiftly into breakers. Militia called. This might just be an expansion here for Sock.
Wow. Yeah, he can be very, very happy with this early game. No big losses, very good hero progress. Lin is blocked for quite some time. Dispels are working. It's all good. Very nice base layout once again by Sock against Orc. There's almost no opportunity for Raiders to attack the main. For possible Raiders to attack the main.
And the Arcane Tower also perfectly just barely covers the Arcane Vault against the Wolves. Which is pretty cool. TC. Earlier was 1 XP away from level 2. No, it was the Farseer actually from level 3. And now again, an inch away from level 3 as the MK got the ring +4. That's pretty good for him. But again, MK a lot lower in experience than the TC. This is pretty much what always happens this matchup.
Yeah, exactly. TC still creeping. Then he'll probably go for the first Trident push as he is level 3 now. There is a Burrow now, still no reinforced defenses. Might be an easy kill as the Water Elemental is here again. 43 supply by Lin, only 400 gold though. Is the Water Elemental duration? Yeah, has to be repaired. Okay, so a couple of more resources. But on the other side, the expansion is cancelled as well. So for the moment, we stay on 1 base.
Interesting that Sock didn't try to defend his expo. If he had gone for his tele staff on the IM and just stayed in the south, I think he probably would have been able to hold this expansion. But maybe his line of thinking is, as long as he cancels the enemy expansion, he's fine. Farseer tried to get the last hit, didn't get it. Big item goes to Sock, and that's the Ancient Django of Endurance, which is wonderful. Finally, a bit of movement speed to catch up with the Orc. But now, TC and well, Lin coming in with a pincer movement with the TC from the south, but the MK gets level 3 perfectly in time, and Militia should be on their way.
Clap versus Stomp Fiesta once again. Clap hits a couple of grunts here. We even have Bloodlust on the Footman. Priests are getting stomped to death, but that was the last one. That's usually the sign to get out, as the Mountain King still has a couple more Storm Bolts and a Clap. Trying to get the Raider. And the Speed Scroll, not used for an escape here. Is Slow coming in? Not yet, but the Clap Slow was, of course, And the Burrow in the north fell. So Lin is again supply blocked.
He's got a new one coming only now. That took a little while to replace that Burrow, but he got the double Devour. So 6 supply stuck in the Kodo stomachs right now. And also Wind Riders coming in. in this low supply count, it's really hard for human to get the proper army. You want to have breakers because they're just good against TC, but maybe they get devoured. And you can also go into Wind Riders because the enemy water elements just get dispelled. And getting anti-air for human at only around 50 supply is really hard. So good comeback here by Lin, but look at Sok. He's on the high ground in the middle, expanding there, and that's something that Lin may not expect.
That is the so-called stalemate breaker. Am I right?
It sure is.
It sure is. Sorks are coming in as well. Can only dispel so much. You want to dispel water elementals. You want to purge the Mountain King maybe to slow him down, to prevent him from getting into position. And then at the end with Brilliance Aura, there might still be slow available. So here we go. Onto the Kodo with the wonderful clap. All 3 Shaman. Might even save this Spellbreaker here. And he does. And Control Magic is in now as well. So bye-bye Wolves.
Wonderful creep jack by Sok. Beautiful game sense. A little bit lucky maybe that he finds the opponent right there. But he gets the kill. And he prevents the creeping of the big rock golem. Expansion now finished. Tower not standing. Tower is going to get cancelled. And Lin is still fast. He's got the level 2 aura. He's very speedy here. He's doing hit and run right now. Trying to do economic damage as well. Wolves against the peasants with a lightning shield. Doing this really well. And now the fight is all over the place.
It's only peasants though. Almost all shaman are gone. Trying to attack the water elemental now. So of course once the shaman are gone, water elementals can rain. Level 4 on the Farseer. TC got that before. He's also taking out a couple of priests. Sorcerer is still there for the slow. Mana on the Mountain King rather low here. And you see the attention that this water elemental gets. Where's the follow-up on this wyvern? I think it's out of the fight. Now needs to attack it to get the kill. Does so. Level 4 on the Archmage as well. Really scrappy situation. Both at around 44 supply. 2 units for Lin about to fall. Well, 3 units about to fall. Can he get these last hits? And there's number 1. Good stutter stepping here. A little greedy with the Kodo maybe.
That was almost a Stormbolt. That Kodo almost also fell, but it survived. So does the expansion. But a lot of peasants died right here. 5, maybe 6 peasants going down. But the expansion is still up. Which we cannot say for the Orc expansion. There's a tower there, but no Great Hall. And a footy is always scouting for it. Sok and his footman scouting. Guys, I'm telling you, every time, absolutely amazing. And not just the footman scouting, but in general, the game here by Sok looking wonderful. He now has the strong heroes. Level 4 AM, level 3 MK, who's close to 4 as well. And more breakers coming. And playing against breakers when you're down a base as Orc, that sounds daunting.
Yeah, it seems like Mission Impossible. Can always replace them so easily as you have all the resources in the world. Mana potion here now. Invis water elemental. So if there's no footy scouting, there's Invis water elemental scouting. And then of course damage. And this wolves just took. That's mine now.
Could also cast those invisible. That would be a really fast scout. Water elemental is very slow.
Water elemental and 2 footmen.
A player's force is
All
under
invis.
attack.
The plays by Sok. Another
It's enough
cancel.
for a cancel, isn't it?
For sure.
Unless there's Shaman close by for a purge. Alright, expansion might actually come up, but if this is going to turn into 2-base, I think Sok is going to feel fine about that. He can go into more and more breakers, probably some upgrades with the blacksmith soon. In fact, it's coming right now.
Now he reveals some Stormbolt into the back of the Shaman. And there's a grunt little loss in the Shaman as well. Oh, Lin, there's a couple of mistakes that you usually don't do. Water Elemental expired in the north, so it's only the Footman that put some pressure onto the Great Hall. A little bit of damage done, of course, but yeah, that was a lot of supply down. While you're playing against an expansion, it's not good.
Losing those footies also put Sok back into no upkeep, so he's mining a lot of gold right now, getting some towers. He got some items as well. He got the Invul Potion and the Heal Scroll from the enemy shop. And there's one single Trapper left here at the lab to perfectly give the MK level 4. A wonderful level always to have for the Mountain King now with a powerful clap as well as Stormbolt. How many breakers is Sok gonna want before he feels confident enough to really take the next one?
I feel like he's ready to brawl, isn't he? 55 supply. Waiting for a couple more reinforcements.
Lin is so heavy on
The town
raiders.
is under siege.
Why?
Hero focus? Single out breakers and eat them? I don't know. They will probably be dying very quickly to clap.
Yeah, in terms of damage output, they have no use. They could never make it to the caster backline. So they're just there for ensnare.
Yeah.
So maybe the idea is ensnare the breakers and ensure the devour. But normally we see more Kodos and more grunts, and you just try to devour them without ensnare, which is of course harder to do.
We have the blacksmith up for upgrades. We got the workshop against possible wyvern and more scouting. And what do we get on the other side? Just more Kodos, more grunts. Almost no upgrades, right? No, 0-0. Reinforced defenses. Okay, well that's about it.
Heal scrolls here, of course, a massive deal as well. And we have 2 of them for Lyn. Seems to be pretty well equipped. Against level 2 Thunderclap, you can still sort of heal up against, but level 3 Thunderclap, that's where it gets really crazy. MK though, not close to level 5. He's very deep in here. He's getting focused heavily by these raiders, the ensnare and everything. Speed scroll, trying to get out of there. Kodos with the munch, can't quite connect. Was a little bit of a friendly poke there, but nothing died.
There's still 2 heal scrolls. So we need more claps on Sock's side, but he does have the mana potion. Easily doable. Both have sentry wards, by the way, against each other. Or at least Lyn had them. Maybe they expired.
I think that was stolen with a breaker, maybe.
Ah, yes, of course. Shop control, as always, very important. Both would love to have the fountain creep for themselves. But once you start it, I guess they're gonna get jacked. 70 versus 62 supply. Upkeep now, TC, Row of the Magi. Good mana pool on his heroes.
A bit more experience there from the Gyro. TC didn't get it, unfortunately. Both Orc heroes very close to level 5, but that's the thing. The Breaker army doesn't care so much about those level 5s. MK in the front line with the clap! Wonderful position right there. Lots of damage towards the Orc army. 2 heal scrolls though still available. Kodos coming forward, and that's the double level 5.
Okay, Lyn, can you break through this? Chain Lightning level 3, 1000 damage per cast. But of course there's priests against it, and there's heal scrolls against it. At least 1. Break a line. Can you break through this? Doesn't seem to be the case. Shaman a little exposed, so are the Raiders. Next Chain Lightning doesn't hit too much, actually. Doesn't jump into the back line. Curious. Oh, that's Stormbolt. Double kill. And now a TP out for Sock as damage is done. Mana is low. Time to boost the mana pool again and wreak havoc once more. Huge supply lead now for the human.
Yeah, Lyn at least can heal for free here at the fountain. This is always wonderful to have on this map for Orc. Human can always heal for free with priests, if they have priests. But Orc usually needs heal salves, however, not on this map. So a lot of money being saved. Creeping this, only for gold. No experience anymore for the Orcish heroes. The Mountain King still has room to grow. He can still get level 5. MK can still get level... AM can still get level 5. There's a juicy red camp over here where you might even be able to find an aura, so Sock still has plenty of room to grow.
That is level 5 Archmage. Lyn, where do you go? What can you do? There's Pillage now and armor upgrades. Pillage, of course, makes sense with all the raiders and grunts he has. Rune bracers, not really helpful. Can he break this expo? There's no masonry upgrades. TP in, chain lightning, and lightning shield. That's pretty good. Defensive portal by Sock, and all of a sudden this expo is gone.
Yeah, wonderful play by Lyn. He realizes this expansion is actually pretty easy to take out if the human is not in position, and there Sock was not in position. He went creeping, he got punished for it. Takes out a couple of units, gets double level 5. Can he expand? Again on the high ground is the question. He does have the resources to do so, bringing in the peasants from the main. Supply leads still clearly with Sock, and now the double level 5s. But that was perhaps a lot of time bought here for Lyn.
But how does he withstand these level 5 heroes? Level 3 Brilliance Aura now, plus a mana potion, and the level 3 clap. against an all-ground army. Lin trying to get back at 70 and to max out. But he can't fight anymore, right? Mountain King wins fights.
Yeah, if he wants to take a favorable fight, it seems like he would have to have more supply, but with the mains now expired, not that much income for Lin anymore. Of course, at the moment, for Sok, it's 0 income. But in around 30 seconds, he's going to have some gold trickling in once more. And then supply might be entirely even. 5-5 heroes across the board seem to favor the human a lot.
What an interesting game. 1-0 upgrade for the Breakers. Interesting that he's not going for defense upgrades. We have the first Witch Doctor of the game. Second attack upgrade for Lin. His expansion at 9,200. Pretty similar. Oh, there's still the lab available. Big consumable. Is there still vision? No, Kodo Beast stomachs are empty, but seems like Sok knows.
Yeah, he's got the gyros up in the air. He's been doing a good job scouting with those gyros. TC with a wand of mana steal. Not bad. Although the MK should have enough mana even with 100 being drained. As he's got the level 3 brilliance, he's got full mana right now, and he's got the mana potion.
Calm before the storm. Lin healing up. He is pretty healthy. You know, last bits of HP. Sok trying to catch reinforcements. Not happening this time. The entire game, I think Sok had the lead, but still not over.
Lin is looking for structural weaknesses. He's shocking around the enemy bases, looking to see if he can take out some buildings. He knows taking a fight would be very hard against this Mountain King, who is in to have a party. First clap into the backline, cuts all of the casters' HP in half right away. Speed scroll charging in. Lin also wants to go for the vulnerable caster backline. TC Stomp, connect some 3 targets, but the MK seems to be doing a bit better of a job. Purge also to slow the MK down. Lin is doing what he can against his Mountain King. Purge, Ensnare, everything to keep this MK away from his army.
Okay, TC with an invo potion. He's down to 50%. How long can he stay in that fight? For sure, 7 seconds now, portaling out. Mountain King not using his spells, but the MK, there we go. Stormbolt clap. TC5 hits the deck. And that was a big one. Benched for almost 2 minutes is the TC. If he's not buying him back from the tavern, which would be incredibly expensive. And everything is
slow. If not for that hero loss, it would have been such a sick fight by Lin. He's got 3 Kodo Devours.
Yeah.
He took out so many units. The Ensnare, the Purge on the MK over and over and over. He couldn't get into the perfect position for the clap. Very hard to execute the way that Lin did. If only the TC had survived, but he didn't. Sok finds the opening, sees the TC exposed, and uses the powerful Mountain King spells to take out the carry hero. His army is pretty small though. It says 68, but remember, 9 of that is still in the Kodo stomachs.
That's a lot. And he's trying to go for the base once again. Earthquake could actually be decent later on. No mining anymore on either side. They're all repairing, they're all defending. But the TC is still gone. Only at like 1/3. Sok, full mana and a mana potion. He wants to fight now, obviously. Perfect position for the clap again.
That Kodo going down is going to bring back one of these breakers. I'm very surprised Lin tries to take this fight. That seems like a GG call. Indeed, it is. Sok takes the 2-0. Not the victory, but the lead in this series. He takes the match points.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem like Lin has the best idea of how to survive the early game and get a lead in the early game, nor how to win the late game.
Yeah, it was a good attempt. If that TC survives there, maybe the game is his. That was so close. The Stormbolt stun almost wore off. If it had a little bit sooner, he could have used that heal scroll there to survive. I really love how he did it with the Ensnare and the Purge over and over. Also sniping the expansion in the middle at some point when Sok wasn't expecting it. It was a job really well done. But if you don't get up to the expansion early and you have to fight into breakers on one base for a long time, it's pretty tough. Sok's game plans just seem to be working out. He's got good creep routes. He's got good follow-ups. Rifle push on map 1. A more slower breaker game on map 2 with an aggressive AM level 3 early on. I like what Sok is doing here.
Can he go into this with a 3-0? That would be unheard of. As we said, usually Lin having the upper hand, Lin a god in this matchup. And he looked pretty good against 1-0 as well, so this is not like Lin in bad shape or anything.
Yeah, it seems like on Concealed Hill, his early game maybe wasn't the cleanest, and on Northern, his late game maybe wasn't the cleanest. So, is it those little mistakes that again cost him here? The next map, though, Amazonia, is considered to be a better orc map, but then again, so is Concealed. With an instant start to level 2 Farseer, with a Chain Lightning, you can do a bit more in the early game.
They had amazing matches on this when it's a lot about the invul potions on the left and right hand side of the map. I think, what was it WGL? I think it was WGL. Absolutely phenomenal games between the two. And to me, it feels like Sock always has this one task, like, I'm gonna fix this matchup for me. That was the case against Undead, and then he became a god in that matchup versus Undead. And maybe it's time for Orcs now. I mean, Carson already told us about that a couple of weeks ago. He's really good. He's really, really good there. And even his human mirror matchup wasn't the best for like a long time. Was rather Fortitude and Infi. But he gets the W's there as well. Sock looking impressive after DreamHack Winter, with the DreamHack Regional Finals just 2 weeks away.
Yeah, over the last 3 months in the smaller cups, Sock didn't look that impressive necessarily. He dropped a bit in the elos. But it's time to climb again. Can he make it to the grand final? Can he make it a 3-0 against Lin? Dude, if we were to look up the stats when Lin got 3-0'd by a human last, that must have been, like, actually years.
You're the
His
stats
matchup
master in that regard.
His matchup against human is usually terrifying. But Sock seems to have all the answers today.
Very, very good day for the B-boy. We are already on the map. Amazonia, last chance for Lin to force a longer series. But, you know, a couple of turnarounds have happened in the Warcraft scene recently. Johnny Cage vs. Kraft, big example. And that might happen again. If Lin picks up some pace, gets the momentum, you can't rule him out thus far. But yeah, 3 match points for the Korean. Actually, it's not even that far or that long ago. It was November 1st. It was Lin 0, Sock 3. WGL qualifiers though.
Yeah, WGL qualifier. Don't know if I can always take that so seriously, but yeah, it has happened before. Officially, it has happened.
Still looking at stats, trying to find... then the one before was June 2019 against Infi. In NEXT.
Okay. Yeah, Infi and Lin, they've always been wonderful to watch in this matchup. It seemed like for a long time they were pushing the envelope in the human versus orc matchup. Infi, though, most recently has been playing a lot of Undead off-race, and he's been streaming a lot, so we don't see him so much in many of these tournaments anymore. Sock really seems to have taken up the mantle of being one of those top human representatives. He's starting off with an AM against the Farseer first. We pretty much expected this. We have a fast drop as well for Lin, so he is going to go for the Lightning Shield creep here right away, trying to get the level 2.
Okie dokie. Later on, as we said, a lot about items. Will someone try to start a contain? Sock canceled a farm. That's odd.
Yeah, that's really strange.
So
did he change his mind on the fly, trying to, after all, play 2 farm rifles? Maybe.
Did he see something that... Maybe he expected a fast tier 2 without barracks, and then he saw the barracks and changed his mind.
Yeah, he hadn't seen the barracks yet, but he did see the peon scout. Maybe that tells him something. AM starts off with the claws. Did he deny one of the creeps? No.
Nope.
He got them all.
Rogue's just not
Peon
finished
also
here.
gets out of there. Farseer gets the level 2.
Ooh, claws and mantle for this archmage.
Oh, yeah.
And on the other side, gloves and gauntlets. Yeah. Here's the tech. This time, no double burrow,
Players' forces
but an
are under
earlier
attack.
shop. Yeah, pretty quick tech for Sokka as well. He's pretty much on par with the Orc tech, which is rarely happening. Usually the Orc is always faster.
And that comes down to that shop here, as the Farseer did go for the shop, the healing items, which of course he needs after creeping the first camp. But that early level 2 is really nice to have. He's got almost full mana. He's going to have a lot of chain lightnings to use to steal assets away, especially on the Berserker in the middle. Very nice to do. And the AM is going to have a really tough time creeping. The Farseer is going to be on his heels at all times, putting in damage, and the Farseer can heal up with the heal selves. The AM can't, already dropping quite low. And also with the double farm tech, the 2 farm tech, the footman count was pretty low, so it's really not easy here for Sok to get a lot of stuff done early. But as we saw on Northern Isles, Sok does not get too worried if the early game isn't going very swimmingly. He knows the mid game, he can rely on his fundamentals.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different early game, as there's pretty much no harass by Lin happening, as he was focusing on his own level 2 and a little bit more creeping. It's a small map, there's not too much experience here. You want the high level second hero. So, interesting approach here. Sok's getting ready, has an arcane up. Next farms are coming now. But yeah, continues to be the brawl that we expect in the early mid game.
A player's forces are under attack.
2 rifles here right away, so you can go 2 rifles into long rifles pretty quickly. Is he gonna have enough lumber for that, actually? Sok's lumber is looking a little bit low. He's also gonna have to go for MK and Sanctum, of course. But I like the game so far for Lin. He's controlling the map. He's not allowing the AM level 3. AM is hurt already. And the Farseer and Archmage being even in experience, that is always something that the Orc likes to see.
Yep. But tech at the same time is something that the human like to see. Rifles out, wolf gone, but yeah, more time for creeping. Uses the wolves for creeping here, not saving it for possible TC. Archmage is coming in, trying to inflict some damage here, but can't take that camp away from him. Blocks not possible due to end snare, so this was a nice little steal by Lin, as we're waiting for the super important second heroes.
Mountain King and TC pretty much neck and neck as the fight here continues. One grunt might be getting traded for a rifleman. Speed Scroll trying to save the grunt, but that one will still go down. He tried to deny, I believe, but that didn't quite work out. 1-for-1 trade. Hard to tell who that's really better for, because the Orc also really wants these grunts to creep the TC up.
Players' forces are under
MK
attack.
coming out now, and with the Stormbolt, there's going to be a lot more kill threat for Sok now. He's got the Priests coming, more rifles, and an army that is quickly increasing in power.
TC no aura first, didn't decide yet what to go for. Here's the Stormbolt, doesn't have the units for surround, so it's just a little damage. Still indecisive. It's walkers.
What? Wow,
Yeah,
I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah, I thought the overlay is wrong or my eyes are lying to me, but nope. That is Raider Walkers.
Raider Walker. Well, well, well. That's some old school stuff.
A player's forces are under attack.
Huh. On the other side, Rifle Casters, of course.
And the thing is, usually Spirit Link, you know, very good at preventing damage on a single target. Helps a lot in certain matchups. But the thing is, Mountain King on level 3, he does AoE damage to everything. So usually that's the way, you know, the Orc, everything drops low at the same time already anyways, even without Spirit Link. And, of course, you can't dispel the Water Elemental so easily as you can with Purge. Interesting.
A player's
with
forces
Spirit Link,
are
you are very reliant on heal scrolls. So if Sock claims shop control, Spirit Link might actually backfire against the clap. But at the moment there's no clap, and maybe Elin is trying to find a timing earlier in the tier 2. And just push this. Sock calling Militia perfectly as well. And another claw.
Gets that item away from the enemy side. I wonder if he's going to go level 3 elemental now, or if he still goes with the aura. And snare. Easy kill on the priest. The militia about to run out. Lin perfectly using the timing here of the militia to his advantage. When they have run out, he doesn't have to fear too much anymore. The raider here not protected with a spirit link. That was the one weakness in the army. The weak link, if you will. And the AM. Oh, stop. Surround. He cannot get out of there. He's going to have to TP. Trying to put out as much damage as he can. Can he get the grunt? He's TPing to save the grunt? What?
That was way too late, though.
And even if it works, is that worth it? One grunt? Well, I mean, you know, glass half full kind of approach. He got back to the shop really quick.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah, saving it. That was that's the level of min-maxing that Lin is upgrading on. You know?
Yeah, he could go for his heal cells right away. He didn't even get clarity though. He's saving money as much as he can. While the MK is continuing to creep in the middle. Circlet. Oh my god, the items for Sok. Amazing this game.
Yo. Yes, no TP and no item anymore. Lin, as we kind of expected, goes for heal scrolls as soon as they are ready. In 20 seconds, there's the next one. As we have Clap now and Spirit Link. Synergy is just too nice.
Zogster with plenty of gold here at 50 supply and 400 gold coins. But no TP, no invul is a little bit scary.
Especially against Stomp and Raiders. Hero focus potential is huge. And
I guess
that...
he doesn't have to worry about Purge, but still.
Yeah. TC Illusions, he's level 2. He's going for the TC right away. He has that heal spray. He wants to get that heal spray out of the way. Immediately stop! Whoa, the ball's on Lin. MK is diving.
Extremely close.
Was diving for a second. Riflemen take care of these Kodo beasts in no time. Mountain King in front of everything. The militia again, wonderfully caught. Maybe a tiny bit too late, but they're still part of this fight and can help. Now, if that's a surround, that's game.
Some rifles also going down. TC somewhat healed up again, but only 230 HP. Not where you feel comfortable. He's gonna have to go for another heal scroll. Does have the money and buys it. Does he have heal salves still to heal up this army? No. Okay. Lin's gonna have to fall back. Go for more heal salves. Shop here could go to the MK. And I think he got the invul potion. No, never mind. Lin got that one as well.
Yeah, that's absolutely crucial. How does this fight look? If Sok also has some items to work with.
Yeah, if Sok here, I think you just creep level 3 on the left. I'm surprised he's so aggressive with his MK. It seems like level 2 Clap would be a massive game changer. One footy lost, one priest lost. Sok kind of caught out in the open here.
I think he wants to trade for the level 2 Clap. Oh, these Kodobs, man, they are disappearing quickly. So are the priests. MK, can he get another Stormbolt on that TC? Hero focus on both sides a little. Has to dodge the next Stormbolt with that invul. Militia again. Starting to be very, very expensive. Ethereal form save. Priest gotta get the kill.
Boink! Needs one more.
Another Stormbolt coming. Probably trying to bait the invul and use the Stormbolt on Raider or Walker. Walker eventually died, bottom right. Sok has a big supply lead. These Kodos, man, they're taken out way too quickly. Stormbolt rifle's gone.
Yeah. Sok always doing a great job coming in with a Dispel against the Spirit Link, so he's got the full damage.
Oh, now the heal scroll got stolen.
Sok, dude, he's just all gas, no brakes. He's not going creeping, he's not expanding. He doesn't care about level 3.
Oh, the Walker runs into the creeps. Sok woke it up. And here we go. And that's rinse and repeat. Kodo Beast extinct once more. TC finds for the first time the epicenter stomp, but will he be punished for that? That's a heal scroll right there, or a potion, I guess. He has one more. There's another Stormbolt coming in 3. Everything seems to be dying for Lin. He's below 40 supply. It's nothing. Heal scroll, so good. Everything healed up again, and Lin knows there is no chance. Wow. And the underdogs prevail today. The old man's club finds himself in the game for 3rd, and the grand final is Lawlight versus Sock.
Lin loses this 3-0. A weird strategy there towards the end. I think game 1 and 2 weren't bad by Lin, just slight mistakes. Once in the early game, once in the mid game. But Sock just looking confident, looking like he knows exactly what he has to do, with different styles as well, which is really cool to see.
Yeah.
Sock really impressive.
This is gonna be an epic final day tomorrow. Moon versus Lin in the game for 3rd. That should be fun. Like, usually game for 3rds, we all know, we make fun of them. But if it's Moon against Lin, there's so much prestige on the line between these two. They always want to prove who's the better one for so many years. And even if they're not taking things too seriously, then there's wild and crazy strategies. So for once, we can look forward to the game for 3rd, and we can absolutely look forward to the clash of the dominators of the day, Lawlight versus Sock.
Yeah.
Absolute banger.
That's going to be really cool as well. As we said towards the beginning of the day, no matter how these games turned out, how we shuffled them around, the 3rd place match and the finals are going to be really good matchups between these players, Moon versus Lin and Lawlight against Sock. I imagine it turned out the opposite way of what most people were expecting. I certainly would have expected the other way around, but great to see for Lawlight and Sock here, they being able to prove that they can beat these legends, that they can at times overtake these legends. And I would say they absolutely are deservingly in the finals, both in super strong shape, having dropped only a single map so far. They will be meeting tomorrow in the grand final.
Absolutely crazy. We got more Warcraft for you. The Gym Newbie League will be coming to your home screens in 2 hours, with Bidu and Carson bringing you the best of the talent Discord that is the Gym Discord. There's a league for grassroots tournament and there's a grassroots tournament going on for new players who try to improve, and that's gonna be fun. And Bidu and Carson are always fun. So little content close to the community. Hope you're gonna enjoy that. Until then, we're gonna host Extreme Masters StarCraft for you guys, because I'm definitely gonna watch that now. Until then, Remo, I wish you good luck with and have fun with the finals tomorrow. I will be back with W3IL, and we got Dust League finals as well. Tomorrow, Super Sunday.
Hell yeah, dude. The Warcraft weekend, once again, full packed to the gills with action. I can't wait. We're going to be back tomorrow. Carson's going to be back later with Ricky. And yeah, we wish you all a very pleasant day. We'll see you again tomorrow after church.
For sure.